Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news here on the interwebs. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button underneath the picture here. Hit the bell icon next to it and thumbs up each and every video if you could, and continue to share them with your friends. If you're on other platforms, like, follow, whatever it is, please do it so you stay within the know depending on what platform you watch. Also, if you find value in the content that is provided here on this channel, please consider supporting the channel by joining on Patreon. I'll have a link down below that supports the channel directly, and it goes a long way to help us purchase items that we show you on the channel here. Now let's get into today's news. I will tell you that I didn't watch the debates in New Hampshire, but I did go through them this morning. That's why I didn't have a video out early this morning. But what I did watch is more of the same, yet should be very concerning for everybody because, again, the truth was put in front of our face if we were just paying attention. I'm going to bring you back to 5 months ago in September when Beto O'Rourke cut his own throat by saying this.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
Well, as we know, Beto didn't last long after that because of what he said. It drew the ire of every red-blooded, constitutional-loving American here in the States. But also, it kind of aggravated his party, and there were all kinds of people in the party saying what a dope he was and how what he said would be brought up for decades to stop some of the the common sense gun legislation. But last night, Bernie Sanders said almost the exact same thing.
People are sickened by the mass shootings that we have seen and the gun violence that we have seen. The world has changed and my views have changed. And my view is right now, we need universal background checks. We end the gun show loophole. We end the so-called straw man provision. We make certain that we end the sale and distribution of assault weapons in this country. And we go further. We go further, but the bottom line is I will not be intimidated by the NRA. We're going to run the gun policy that the American people want.
Look, guys and gals, I'm going to be honest with you. We have entered a time in our country where a lot of people feel like, it doesn't matter if I go vote. They are preying on that. They are absolutely preying on that. They being the ultra-left, the progressives, those who have an end game in this. And the end game isn't spelled with a capital C for Constitution. It's a capital C for communism. We have to make sure that you get out and vote. I constantly get people who kick back on the comments saying it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. And to a point, yeah. I mean, it seems that way sometimes because we don't go out and vote. If we got off our asses and led people to the polls, all of our friends, got them out no matter what, especially in a non-presidential election, these types of advancements that these anti-gunners are having would not be the way they are. Now, every one of these Democrat candidates for the primary are saying the same thing in different terminology. They all are coming for the guns. They all are coming for our freedoms. They all want a red flag. They all want to stop quote-unquote assault weapons. They all want those evil bullets after 10 in any magazine to be illegal. They all want the person-to-person private sale market destroyed. They want gun shows to go the way of the past. They're coming hard and furious. We have to get out. We have to educate our friends and our family, and you have to get them out to vote. There's no way around it. If you don't and you stay home and you let what happens happen, then please do me a favor and don't bitch and moan about it. Because if you don't go to the polls to try to stop it, you lose the right to bitch about it. Now pay attention to what they're saying. Try to decipher what you hear in your area, because I guarantee you your local elections are the exact same way. They're well financed by Michael Bloomberg. They're well financed by George Soros. They have their armies on the ground in every close state where they anticipate being able to flip it to a Democrat-controlled area. Moms Demand Action is their grassroots army. You also have Every Town for Gun Safety telling us, coming out and saying we're going to spend $60 million in this year's election cycle just to flip the vote. Guys and gals, it worked in Virginia. It's worked in many towns across the country. And it will work again if we continue to do what we've done all along and think we're okay, somebody else will come to our rescue, the president will do this, the governor will do that. It ain't happening. It's time for the American citizen to worry about America's future. Are we at a point where it's a call to arms? I don't think so. But do I think that could happen if we continue down the road we're currently on, if we don't do something to stop it? Yes, unfortunately I do. To each and every person watching, you can be the difference. Please pass this along. I'd love to hear your side, your point of view in the comments below. But either way, old Bernie just told everybody, point blank, what they plan on doing, even though Beto's out of the picture.
And we go further. We go further.
The narrative hasn't changed. The agenda is still the same. It's time for us to do something. Ladies and gentlemen, until we see each other again, I am your humble host of Guns and Gadgets. My name is Jared, and I thank you for your time, and I hope you continue to stay here and learn Second Amendment news as fast as it happens. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're now over 200,000 people, 201,000. Never ever thought that would ever happen, and I owe it all to you. Let's see how high we can make that number go here in 2020. Thank you all for your attention. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapons. Take care, everybody.